Welcome students for today's session. Today I am going to recapitulate Unit 2. So in Unit 2, A reading is C.V. Raman, The Pride of India. Okay, the first lesson C.V. Raman, The Pride of India. So in this lesson what we are going to learn about is about C.V. Raman. Who is he? Where was he born? What was the parents, and then what is he famous for? What is he known for? So these things enough to remember. First thing, his name is C.V. Raman, Chandrasekhar Raman. Okay. Now he was born in Tiruchirappalli, Trichy, we call it Tamil Nadu, Tiruchirappalli, in the year 1888 on November 7. Okay, so he was born there. His father was a physics teacher. Well, from childhood onwards, C.V. Raman was interested in physics. He was interested in physics. Always, he wants to do something. Always he wants to find out something. He wants to invent something. This kind of work, always he was busy with doing something with physics. Okay, now in this lesson, how this lesson opens is in Bau Bazar Street in West Bengal, in Kolkata. Okay, so in that place in Bau Bazar, what actually is happening is the place called Headquarters of Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. This old building was there in the Bau Bazar Street. So there, C.V. Raman was showing the visitors all these, the laboratory. Okay, he was showing, and by the time a person called, a young man called K.S. Krishnan comes and tells him that Crompton Mr. Crompton has won the Nobel Prize. Okay, then immediately, he was very happy. Raman was very happy. Oh, very good news. He brought very good news. That's good news, he says. Well, if that was true in the case of X-rays, that also must be true of light also. That's what he said. And which means what? So Mr. Crompton, what the experiment he did, what the discovery he did is X-ray. So when X-ray is passing through a different kinds of material, okay, so it has some result. Okay, it has some result. It depends on the kind of matter. Okay, this it changes when it passes through the X-rays. The X-ray changes when it passes through different kinds of matter. The matter is different kinds are there. So each matter, now for example, wall is there, cloth is there, different kinds of matters are there. So when the X-ray is passing through the different kinds of matters, the X-ray changes. If that is true, so with this he got the Nobel Prize. Now Raman, what C.V. Raman is saying, if that is true, and now what he is working on? He is working on the light. So when the light is passing through different kinds of matter, and there also the changes must be there. This is what he also says. If that is true of X-rays, this must be true also about light. This is what he says. So when Crompton had received the Nobel Prize in the year 1927 in the month of December, within 4 months, so he discovered another thing. What is that? When the light is passing through a liquid, a chemical liquid, so it changes. What changes? The beam of light passing through the liquid, so the radiation, it is different. What actually saying is the exact point what our C.V. Raman says is Raman announced his discovery, the discovery of Raman. New radiation describing the behavior of a beam of light when beam of light is passing through a liquid chemical, then this is the discovery. So when a beam of light is passing through a liquid, then it has a different change in that. So this is what he is saying to the a group of assembly of scientists in Bangalore. okay, in the year 1988. So within 4 years, 4 months, he also got his new invention, so discovery. So this discovery is called as a Raman effect. So now in the year 1930, he received Nobel Prize for his research in physics. Okay, so now he was very good at physics from childhood onwards. That made him, that desire made him to get this Nobel Prize, that he made the discovery also. Why? Because when he completed his studies, he wanted to go to abroad, for studies, higher studies. But because of his health conditions, the doctor said, okay, you cannot go for higher studies abroad. But then that made him to stay in India itself. He studied in a Presidency College in Chennai. He completed his MA studies in Presidency College in Chennai, and he completed his MA. So, while studying itself, even after completing studies, he wanted to do something. He was not happy with what he has done, but still something more he wants to achieve in his life. So, with the wish of the parents, he also joined in the Indian Finance Ministry, and he was doing the job. At the same time, he also got a member of he got a membership in the place, that membership called Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. So he used to go to, after completing his job hours, then he whole night he used to spend in this laboratory, and he was doing something, always trying to find something new. He want to discover something. So that's why that desire, that passion, that curiosity made him to get this Raman effect and then achieve Nobel Prize. So receiving the Nobel Prize, a specialty is there for him. But because he is the only person who studied completely in India and getting the Nobel Prize. And also he is the first Asian and non-white to get the Nobel Prize. So this is what we learned in this lesson about C.V. Raman. Okay? Well, this is the A reading. And B reading, when you see the lesson B reading poem is called It Changed. It Changed. So here a child tells the mother that I don't want to go to school today. I don't want to go to school today because I fear, because the world is in decay, the world is completely at the point of destruction. And she is saying, I think my teachers are the plot of, they also have the part in that particular plot. Plot means what? A plan for destruction. A secret plan for a destruction, to harm somebody. Sorry. She is thinking that even teachers are also part of that particular plot. So what she is saying, scientists are cloning pigs and sheep, and they are saying it is change. So they are cloning. Naturally, the sheep is not being born and the pigs are not being born, but in the laboratory, they are cloning, giving some injections, and they are bringing the animals. They are giving life to the animals. It is not something natural, it is unnatural. So everything that is unnatural surely someday will be destroyed. So scientists are cloning the pigs and the sheep, and they are saying it is change. And biologists are making new cells. Okay, and they are growing the cells, and they are also saying it is a change. And it is a quantum leap, they are saying. So they are also doing something harm to the society. Geologists are finding cracks in the earth, and they are saying it changed now. They are trying to find, they are finding out the birth of the earth. So how many years old the earth is, and they something that they find in the cracks when they dig something and find out something, the old things, the antiques, and they say this many years old this thing is. This is what the archaeologists find out, and they are saying it is a change. And finally, archaeologists are digging the fossils archaeologists are digging the fossils and they are finding and they are saying the birth of the particular things. Geologists are finding the birth of the earth. So all these scientists are making something that can be destroyed very soon. How? In the beginning, okay, scientists are doing great things, that is fine, but at the same time, what occurred to me, the more the scientists are finding the new things, the more destruction is taking place in the world. That's what I observed. But the scientific research and the scientific growth and development is not bad as such, but scientists are finding something good, but people are making use of it badly for bad purpose. Now, very simple example is a mobile phone. It is found out for a good purpose, but it is used more bad and destructive than a good purpose. In the same way, everything that is discovered and found out by the scientists, it is mostly used for a destructive purpose. Okay, so now scientists are causing great concern for me. That's why I don't want to go to school. They are giving us, the kids, so much trouble. This one they are finding out, that they are finding, and they are putting everything on us to learn. So it is a burden for us like children. This is what the child is saying. Well, this is the situation of the child, and also I also feel when we the teachers ask you children to study, whatever we teach you have to study and prepare for exam and write. And I think every child feels in the same way that you find in the lesson, that particular child, how the child feels about the scientists and teachers. You also feel sometimes why the teachers are making us to learn so many things, why they are always after us to learn this one, that one, and the write exam. Don't for every time exams, every time they make us to learn, and every time they give us homework. This is what we feel as a children. As children, we feel like that. But the importance of study, importance of this knowledge, importance of accumulating, acquiring, accommodating this knowledge, you will come to know later. Okay. So this is about the B reading. It's changed. Now the C reading is Sushruta, an ancient plastic surgeon. Okay. So here in this lesson, what you learn is Sushruta was the first one actually. Now you have anesthesia, a medicine. It is used before the doctor goes for a operation. He gives to the patient. So the patient will fall unconscious, and then operation surgery will be completed. So without knowing the pain, the patient will not feel any pain. But here Sushruta is the father of finding this anesthesia. Okay, he is the father of anesthesia, father of plastic surgery. Okay, so now let us see how the history of Sushruta. Well, one day it happened in the middle of the night. Somebody knocking at the door of Dr. Sushruta. Okay, and in the middle of the night, he thought who was there. Then he said, immediately he opened the door, and then he could see a person bleeding. Okay, and then immediately he takes him to the inside room, and then he asks how it has happened. They said it is by accident, something happened there. Tragedy has befallen. I need some help. That's what the patient says. So when he sees that he got what you call the strange thing, the completely nose was broken into some cracks are there in the nose, and immediately what he did, he went outside and brought some kinds of things, the leaves, and then he made some juice. Then he cleaned all the nose cleanly, and then he gave a mug of wine for him before he made a surgery. Wine. So he gave, after drinking that wine, he fell a little bit unconscious, and then he did surgery for that particular nose. He removed some flesh from the cheek, cheek, and then he attached it in the nose and he made some stitches, and then he said, okay, for time it's fine. Now you go home, and the medicine that I am giving, you have to use some more days, okay, and then you have to come after some time, after a month or so, you come and meet me again, and then I will see to it. Then he sent away. So when he left, then he goes away. Then in the house, the people started to cry, why this happened. So that is there. Now what is important for us is Susruta. So he found different kinds of instruments, tools for the surgery, and the instruments that he found also gave different kinds of names, animal names and birds names. Why? Because the instruments were looking like them. So whatever the instrument is looking like that particular animal or bird, so he used to give that particular name to that one, that particular tool. So that's why he taught also his youngsters, okay, how to do this surgery, and he used to suggest. He told his students saying that one could become a good physician only if one knew both theory and practice. This is the most important quotation that he has given. If you want to become a good surgeon, a good physician, so you should know the theory and you should know the practical, which means the theory that you have to put into practice. That's why now for us also, the government has given this new education policy saying that you have to learn by doing. So whatever you learn in the classroom, when you do it, that will remain with you for a long time. So you cannot forget what you learn. So that's why whatever you will learn it by doing. That will make you a great person, and you can achieve whatever you want in life like Susruta. Okay? So this is the second unit. Revision for you. So prepare well for your examination. Thank you. Have a nice day.